Hey everybody, it's Matt Alessandrini here, and I'm going to go ahead and do a screencast on how to use Microsoft Excel and how to create a graph to display student data. This was a special screencast request by a fellow teacher, so let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and find Microsoft Excel, and you're going to want to go ahead and open that. And it comes up to this right here. So let me go ahead and give you some basics of Microsoft Excel. Each of these little rectangles is what you call a cell. When you notice there is a plus sign, when you notice that your cursor is a plus sign, that means that you're clicking right on the cell. If it turns into a little arrow right there, that means you're actually clicking on the lines of the cell. So we always want to make sure we are clicking on the cell itself. So here's my plus sign. I'm going to go ahead and start typing. I'm going to go ahead and type in name. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and start typing in information inside my cells. To do this, I'm going to want to make sure every student whose information I'm displaying has their own cell. So I'm going to start making up names. I'm going to say Matt for one of them. And I'm just going to go ahead now. If I want to go down to the next cell, I can either use the mouse and click down, or I could use the arrows and click up, around, and down. I'll say Teresa. I'll say Eric, Courtney. Oh, we'll go ahead and do Kayla, Jake, and Seth, and Anna. So let's just say these are the names of our students that we're going to be putting information in about. And so what I'm going to do is I have each of them going down like that. You don't have to do it like this, but I suggest doing it like this. So their information is just down like that. The next thing we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and put their information in. So let's just say that Matt on this first test got 100%, and Teresa got 100%. So Eric got 98%. Let's say Courtney got 99%. Kayla got 89%. Jake got 78%. Seth got 100%, and Anna got 99%. So now what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and let's just say this is the information I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this information just like that. Right, so like I said, what you're going to do is you're going to highlight this. Now to highlight this, I'm sorry, I didn't really tell you what to do to highlight it. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to make sure I would go over the very, very top name, like Matt right there. And I want you to make sure that you have a little plus sign above that, the little plus sign. You're going to click and hold over Matt, and you're going to go ahead and drag it over 100. You're going to keep holding on to that mouse button, left mouse button, and you're going to basically drag it all the way down until they're all highlighted. Then what you want to do is you want to come up here to the tabs. You want to click on where it says Insert. And there you have a whole bunch of different types of graphs that you can use. I always like doing a column, and I'm going to click on the column. And I have a whole bunch of different columns to try. Usually the 2D column like that is the best to do. And already, look what we have. We have this information right here. Now, let's say that you want to go ahead. Let's just say this was the first week. First week. Well, let's just say I want to go ahead and do my second week now. Okay. And let's just say that I got students who had 97, 99, 100, 100, 29, 36, 47, 98. So watch what happens. I can actually go ahead and put this information in. I'm going to click on my graph again, and you're going to notice that there's purple and there's blue lines around here. Now watch what happens. I'm going to take my cursor. I'm going to take my plus sign. I'm going to move it over to that top score. You see where these boxes are at the very top? I'm going to move it until now it turns into a line just like that. Do you see how it turned into the diagonal line? I'm going to click and hold. I'm going to drag this across until now the box encompasses both sets of scores. Now watch what happens to the graph. I let go of that. So what I've done is I've had my graph include this as well. I can keep doing this. Let's just say the next one everybody got a 98. Watch what happens. A 98, and let's just say everyone got a 98. I want to click on that. Now notice, and that's 98, this one little cell. Notice how there's a box at the bottom. Watch what happens if I put my cursor over the box. The white plus becomes into a black plus. If I click and hold that, it'll go and copy all of them. Now watch what I do here. I'm going to click on the graph again. I'm going to come back over here, find the blue box, make sure it turns into the diagonal lines. I'm going to drag it over, and here we go again. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, how can I make this graph look a little bit more user-friendly? Like, I have all of this information here, I have these things that say series. How can I do that? That's going to be my next screencast. So I'll be back later to show you how to do that. So hopefully with this screencast, you're able to figure out how to get into Microsoft Excel, how to put information into each of those cells, how to create a graph, and how to add on to that graph. Hope this finds you doing well, and I'll be back next time with another screencast on how to use Excel. Ta-ta!